I saw the title of my story that's in some of your Bibles, A Sinful Woman Forgiven. But let me tell you my story. I saw the looks of the Pharisee Simon as I tried to slip unnoticed into his banquet to join the unfortunates allowed to watch and hope for table scraps. Of course Simon saw me, but he wouldn't have dared to ban me. That would not have been hospitable, and being hospitable was important in our society's rules, and Simon would never break society's rules. He kept the rule, but not the heart of the rule. "I hope you know your place," he hissed at me and then turned away, not wanting to be seen talking with such a sinful woman as I. And some of the other men also quickly turned their backs, no doubt hoping that I hadn't recognized them as former clients. "I hope you know your place," Simon had hissed. Yes, I knew my place. It was at Jesus' feet. As Jesus reclined at the table with the others, I dared not speak to him, but his loving presence drew me. That's why I came. That was why I had dared to face the scorn and condescension of Simon and the others. But would I? Could I? Dare I touch this amazing rabbi? And then I saw the answer. His feet, his beautiful feet. Beautiful, you scoff. With the dusty roads and wearing sandals, his feet were far from what the world would call lovely. But when I saw them, I wept with joy at being able to touch the feet that brought Jesus into the same room as me. I remember when I was a little girl and my Abba, my father, would teach me from the prophet Isaiah. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, who bring good tidings, who proclaim salvation. What a perfect description of Jesus' beautiful feet. I wept and wept and wept over his beautiful feet, washing them with my tears. I realized how wet I had made his feet, and so I loosed my hair and dried his feet. I could imagine what Simon and the others were thinking. A woman loosing her hair in public? Such a disgrace! But then what could they expect from such a sinful woman? And then I found myself kissing his feet again and again. Finally, after so many men, someone worthy of my kisses. I had kissed many men over the years, but these feet were so much more precious than any of those men. I could feel Simon's scornful stare burning my back, but I didn't care. All I wanted was Jesus. All I needed was Jesus. What more could I want? What more could I need? I took out my alabaster jar of perfume and poured it on his feet. I had always hated the smell of that perfume because I would put it on right before going to work. Somehow my perfume smelled different when I poured it on Jesus' feet. I wasn't using it to lure men into my bedroom to get money from them. Jesus had redeemed the fragrance. It smelled sweeter, more desirable than ever before. Could Jesus redeem me as well? Some men hated the smell of my perfume, and I could see how people like Simon hated the fragrance of grace that pours out of Jesus. I wanted the fragrance of Jesus to fill me and splash out of me where everyone could smell it. Jesus then tells a story to Simon, and that story takes my breath away. Jesus understood my heart, and I think he understood Simon's as well. Jesus must understand all our hearts, and I could hardly believe the words coming out of Jesus' mouth. He said, "Her many sins have been forgiven, as her great love has shown." I never asked for forgiveness. I could never get the words out of my mouth to ever ask for forgiveness. But I had known that before me was the only one who could give me forgiveness. And he had forgiven, a word I had hoped to hear but didn't dare to ask for. Forgiven. Is there any more beautiful word? And then out of Jesus' mouth came a word just as beautiful, just as precious, a word birthed from the first. He said, "Your faith has saved you. Go in peace." Peace. What a wonderful word. Your faith has saved you. Over the years, I had had my faith in all the wrong things. Faith that my looks would get me through. Faith that my customers would pay me what they promised. I had ceased to have faith in anyone but myself. But then I came to the end of myself, and there I found Jesus. I began my story telling you how in your Bibles, my story is titled, "A Sinful Woman is Forgiven by Jesus." But that's just the title of my story. That is the title of yours as well. And may this be a song in your heart. All I want is Jesus. All I need is Jesus. What more could I want? What more could I need? I worship at his feet. I find forgiveness. And I find peace. All at the feet of Jesus.